Imagine spending 3 long years meticulously studying a language through a screen, mastering the grammar, only to step off a plane and realize you can barely order a cup of coffee. It's the dreaded intermediate plateau, and it is a deeply humbling place to be.
Humbling is the perfect word. Learning a language online is basically like trying to learn how to swim in a bathtub. You understand the mechanics, but you are completely isolated from the current. And the streets of Saigon? That is a very fast, very unforgiving current.
So, for someone who just landed in the city with 90 days to turn 3 years of Zoom calls into actual fluency, what is the strategy? How do you shock the brain into processing all that chaos?
You have to force a shift from study mode to survival mode. An intensive course does exactly that. When you spend hours a day in a rigorous setting and then immediately step outside to negotiate with a street vendor, your brain has no choice but to adapt. Plus, there's the dialect shock. If your online tutor was from the north, arriving in the south is going to feel like you've accidentally started learning a completely different language.
That makes sense. You need the right foundation, whether that's a traditional university program, a school focused on professional expat communication, or a modern center teaching actual street slang. But the real classroom isn't air-conditioned, is it?
Not at all. The real classroom is hidden in the narrow, noisy alleyways. Your ultimate examiner isn't a professor with a red pen, it's the auntie running the local food stall. If she understands your order over the roar of motorbikes on the first try, you haven't just passed a test, you've successfully integrated into the rhythm of the city.
It really strips away the ego. You trade the safety of your textbook for the vulnerability of real human connection.
Exactly, because those 3 years of grammar were just building the instrument. Saigon is where you finally learn how to play the music.
It makes you wonder, once you finally break through that wall and find your voice in a completely foreign rhythm, does it change who you are when you speak? Something to think about the next time you step out into the noise.